Adam, remember that trip to London when you tried to order a coffee and somehow ended up with just a glass of warm milk?
Oh, don't remind me. I've never been so confused. I just didn't have the right words. It's that panicky moment when you're standing there, you know exactly what you want, but the English just disappears. I think a lot of our listeners know that feeling, that little fear that one small language mistake could derail the whole experience.
Totally. Your mind going completely blank is so common, but it doesn't have to be that way. That one slightly embarrassing moment is exactly why we wanted to put this guide together. We want to arm you with the right words for the most common travel situations.
And by the end of this episode, we hope that feeling of panic will be a thing of the past. We're going to walk you through a typical travel day, step by step, from the airport to the hotel, and then to a restaurant for a great meal.
That's right. We're giving you the absolute must-know English phrases for every part of the journey. We'll use some role-playing to show you how these conversations actually sound, and then we'll break down the most important sentences. Our goal is to give you the tools you need to feel confident, relaxed, and ready for your next adventure.
So let's get you ready to travel with confidence. We'll start where every international trip begins, the airport.
Okay, the airport. It can be the most stressful part of a trip. So many steps, so many signs, and crowds of people. But here's the good news. Airport staff talk to non-native English speakers all day, every day. They're trained to be patient and helpful.
That is so true. You don't need perfect grammar, you just need a few key phrases to get you through each stage. Let's break it down, starting with that very first counter, the check-in desk.
Okay, let's role play. I'll be the traveler, and Adam, you can be the friendly airline agent.
Good morning. Where are you flying to today?
Hi, I'd like to check in for my flight to London, please.
Of course. May I have your passport, please?
Here you are.
Thank you. Are you checking any bags today?
Yes, just this one.
Okay, could you place it on the scale for me? Pause. Perfect. And would you prefer a window or an aisle seat?
An aisle seat, please?
All right. Here are your passport and your boarding pass. Your flight departs from Gate B12, and boarding starts at 2:30 p.m. Enjoy your flight.
Great, thanks so much.
See? A few simple, polite sentences are all it takes. Let's break down what Jessica said and a few other options you could use.
The first key phrase is, I'd like to check in for my flight to. It's polite and tells the agent exactly what you need. Politeness really is your best friend here. Phrases like, I'd like, or could I have, sound much better than jumping in with I want.
Exactly. Then the agent will probably ask, are you checking any bags? You can just say, yes, one bag, or no, just a carry-on. A carry-on or hand luggage is the small bag you take onto the plane with you. The bag you check in is called, you guessed it, checked baggage.
Next up is your seat choice. I asked for an aisle seat, please. If you'd rather look out the window, you can say, a window seat, please. And if you're traveling with someone, you can ask, could we have seats together, please?
Now, let's talk about a super common problem. Your bag is overweight. Don't panic. It happens all the time. The agent might say, I'm afraid your bag is a bit overweight. You have a couple of options. You can ask, how much is the fee for an overweight bag? Or you could say, okay, can I take a few things out? No one will be surprised by this, so don't feel embarrassed.
After check-in, you've got security. This part is usually less about talking and more about following directions. You'll hear things like, please place your bags on the conveyor belt, or please take laptops out of your bags. If you're not sure what to do, it's always okay to ask a simple question.
Let's do a quick role play for that. I'll be the traveler this time, and Jessica, you can be the security agent.
Morning, please put all your belongings in the trays. Laptops and large electronics out of your bags, please.
Excuse me, do I need to take my shoes off?
Yes, please. Shoes, belts, and jackets all go in a tray.
Okay, thank you. What about this water bottle? I completely forgot I had it.
I'm sorry, you'll have to throw that away. The limit for liquids is 100 milliliters. The key phrase Adam used there is, do I need to? You can use this for anything. Do I need to take my tablet out? Or, do I need to remove my watch? It's a simple, clear way to ask about the rules.
And notice the politeness. Starting with, excuse me, is a great way to get someone's attention respectfully. Even when dealing with a small problem like my water bottle, keeping a calm and polite tone makes everything go smoother.
Okay, you made it through security. Now you're in the departure lounge. The most important thing here is finding your gate and keeping an eye on the flight information screens. But, as we all know, sometimes things change. Flights get delayed and gates get switched.
And this is a moment where knowing the right thing to say can really save your sanity. If you see your flight status change to delayed, you can go to the airline desk and ask, excuse me, I saw my flight to London is delayed. Do you know how long the delay might be?
The staff might not have an answer right away, but it's always good to ask. Another great question is, what are my options? This is a calm but firm way to ask for help and show you're looking for a solution. For example, if a flight gets canceled, you'd say, my flight was canceled. What are my options for rebooking?
So let's recap the airport. At check-in, I'd like to check in for my flight to destination, please. For seats, can I have a window or aisle seat, please? At security, excuse me, do I need to take my laptop out? For problems, my flight is delayed/canceled. What are my options?
Master those four, and you've basically conquered the airport.
Awesome. You've survived the airport, boarded the plane, landed, and grabbed your luggage. Next stop, checking into your hotel.
Arriving at a hotel after a long flight is one of the best feelings. And the good news is, checking in is usually a very simple and predictable conversation. Let's just jump right into a role play. I'll be the traveler again, and Adam, you're at the front desk.
Good evening. Welcome to the Grand Hotel. How can I help you?
Hi, I have a reservation under the name Jessica Clark.
Let me just check for you. Ah, yes, Clark. I have a queen room for 3 nights. Is that right?
That's right.
Excellent. Could I please see your passport and a credit card for the deposit?
Of course, here you go.
Thank you. Pause. Okay, you're all set. You're in room 615. Here's your key card. The elevators are just over there on your right.
Great, thank you. Just a couple of quick questions. What's the Wi-Fi password?
The password is on the little sleeve your key card is in. The Wi-Fi is complimentary throughout the hotel.
Perfect. And what time is checkout?
Checkout is at 11 a.m.
Okay, thanks so much for your help.
My pleasure. If you need anything at all, just dial 0 from your room. Enjoy your stay. And that's pretty much it. Super simple. The key is that first line Jessica used. I have a reservation under the name. It's the universal way to start a hotel check-in.
After that, the receptionist will guide you. Once they've given you your key, it's your turn to ask questions. I asked about Wi Fi and checkout time, probably the two most common questions. But you might need to ask about other things, like breakfast. A great way to ask is breakfast included? Or, what time is breakfast served?
You might also want to ask about hotel amenities, like the gym or pool. You can use the simple phrase, do you have a, for example, do you have a gym? Or, what floor is the swimming pool on?
Now let's talk about what happens when you get to your room. What if you need something? Or what if something isn't working? Knowing a few polite request phrases is incredibly helpful here. The magic phrase is, could I have, or could you please send? Let's pretend I'm in my room. I'll call the front desk, and Adam, you can answer.
Front desk, Adam speaking. How can I help?
Hello, this is room 615. Could we have 2 extra towels, please?
Of course. We'll send them right up. Anything else?
Yes, actually. The air conditioning in my room doesn't seem to be working. Could you please send someone to take a look?
Oh, I'm very sorry about that. I'll send maintenance up immediately.
Thank you, I really appreciate it. Notice I started by giving my room number. That's really important. Then, for the request, could I have, is the perfect polite phrase. For the problem, I just explained it simply. The air conditioning isn't working.
When there's a problem, your tone makes all the difference. You can soften it by starting with, I'm sorry to bother you, but then just state the issue clearly. The Wi-Fi isn't connecting. There's no hot water. My keycard isn't working. And the best way to ask for a fix is, could you please send someone to look at it?
One last thing, checking out. This is the easy part. Just go to the front desk and say, Hi, I'd like to check out, please. Room 615. The receptionist will handle the rest. If you need a little extra time, you can always ask, Is it possible to get a late checkout? Sometimes they'll say yes, though there might be an extra fee.
Okay, let's pause for a second. You've handled the airport and the hotel. If you're finding these tips helpful and you're already feeling a bit more confident, do us a huge favor and hit that like button.
And be sure to subscribe and click the little notification bell so you don't miss our next guide. Your support really does help us make more content like this for you. Now that you're all settled in, your stomach is probably starting to talk to you. It's time to find something to eat.
This can feel like one of the most intimidating things for a language learner, but honestly, it's also one of the most rewarding. Don't let a little fear stop you from trying some amazing food.
The restaurant experience has a few different steps, so we'll break them all down, starting with just getting a table.
All right, I'll be the traveler this time, and Jessica, you can be the restaurant host.
Good evening, welcome.
Hi, a table for two, please.
Do you have a reservation?
No, we don't.
No problem at all. It'll be about a 15-minute wait, is that all right?
Yep, that's fine. Thank you. See? Super easy. A table for number, please, is all you need. If you don't have a reservation and they're busy, they'll just tell you the wait time.
Once you're seated, your server will bring menus and often ask if you'd like to start with drinks. You can say, Yes, could we see the drinks menu? Or something simple like, Just some water for now, please.
And now, the main event, ordering food. This is where people sometimes get nervous. What if you don't understand the menu? What if you pronounce the dish wrong? Really, don't worry about it.
Let's tackle that. Your number one tool here is the question, What do you recommend? Servers are usually happy to point you to the most popular dishes. Another great question is, Could you tell me what's in this dish? This is perfect if you're not sure about the ingredients.
And this is super important if you have allergies or dietary restrictions. You need to state this clearly and simply. For example, I'm allergic to nuts. Does this dish have any nuts? Or, do you have any vegetarian options? Always better to ask and be safe.
Okay, let's do a full ordering role play. Adam, you're the hungry traveler, and I'll be your server. Hello! Are you ready to order, or would you like another minute?
I think we're ready. I just have a quick question. What do you recommend?
The grilled salmon is our special today, and it's really popular. It comes with roasted vegetables and rice.
Oh, that sounds great. I'll have that, please.
Excellent choice. And for you, ma'am,
She'll have the chicken salad.
perfect. Can I get you anything else?
No, I think that's everything for now. Thank you. Let's break down those phrases. The most polite and common ways to order are, I'll have, or I'd like. So, I'll have the steak, please, or I'd like the pasta. It sounds so much more natural than saying, I want.
During the meal, you might need your server's attention. Just try to make eye contact and give a small nod or a slight raise of your hand. When they come over, you can say, "Excuse me, could we get some more water, please?" Or, "Could I get another fork? I dropped mine." That phrase, we have, works for just about everything.
Okay, let's fast forward to the end of the meal. You're full, happy, and ready to go. How do you ask to pay? Again, a simple, polite phrase is all you need. Just get the server's attention and ask, could we have the check, please? In the US and Canada, you'll also hear check instead of bill. They mean the exact same thing. So, could we have the check, please? Also works perfectly.
When the bill comes, you might have other questions. For example, to pay with a credit card, you can ask, "Do you take credit cards?" Or, "Can I pay by card?" If you're with friends and want to pay for your own meals, you can ask, "Is it possible to split the bill?"
Let's do a quick recap for the restaurant. Getting a table. A table for two, please. Asking for advice. What do you recommend? Ordering. I'll have the dish, please. Paying. Could we have the bill, please?
And there you go. You've just had a delicious meal, and hopefully, you're feeling pretty proud of your English skills.
All right, we have covered a ton of ground today. From the airport check-in desk to your hotel room and the restaurant table, you now have a complete survival guide for your next trip.
Let's do one super quick final recap of the absolute top phrases, the ones to write down and remember. We'll pick the most crucial one from each section. At the airport, "I'd like to check in for my flight to destination." At the hotel, "I have a reservation under the name, your name." At the restaurant, "Could we have the bill, please?"
If you only remember 3 phrases, make them those 3. They'll get you through the most important checkpoints of your journey. But honestly, the most important thing is not to be afraid of making mistakes. People are generally kind and will be happy to help you. Politeness and a smile really do go a long way.
And now it's your turn. We'd love for you to practice. In the comments below, tell us where you're planning to travel next and try using one of the phrases you learned today. For example, you could write, "I'm traveling to New York soon. I'll be sure to ask, 'What do you recommend?' At a restaurant."
We love reading your comments and seeing you put this stuff into practice. It's the best way to start building that confidence.
Thanks for joining us for this Travel English Survival Guide. We hope you're feeling much more prepared and even more excited for your next trip.
Our next guide is all about English for shopping and getting around a new city, so make sure you're subscribed. Until then, happy travels.